Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Sampdoria in Serie A. We are all the way on to the 20th of January. It is Italian Super Cup final day, I believe, in the United Arab Emirates. I'm not quite sure how that works. We are going to be going through quite a bit of transfer business. Lots of names have left. Quite a few names have joined. We've also sold one of our best players to Borussia Dortmund. That's right, Leonidas Sturgiu has left the club, the 21-year-old Swiss central defender. He will soon be 22, so he's pretty much retired now at this point. He has left, signing for Borussia Dortmund for effectively a small fee, £15 million. However, we do have a 50% sell-on in there, which I know for the context of this save doesn't really mean a huge amount, but it makes sense to me to have that option, even though we're probably not going to play beyond the end of this season. But yes, Sturgiu has left. But don't worry, we have replaced him with a player not from Europe, so we've also replaced him as well. Another player to leave the club is Manolo Gabbiadini, now 32 years of age. He has signed for AEK Athens in Greece. He's gone for £1.2 million, played twice and scored 3 already, so he's already having a better season in Greece than he was in Italy. But yeah, Manolo's gone. The final player to leave on a permanent deal is Nicky Schiapacasa. Possibly. It's Nicky. We've just called him Nicky. All the time we've had him, he's just been Nicky. He has left, signing for Bologna for £8 million. We must have big windows on our stadium because we certainly saw Bologna coming. We took them for so much money. He was not worth that much. We've got £8 million for him. That's pretty decent. Also, a couple of loan deals to talk about. William Leon, the Ecuadorian striker who hasn't really got into the first team just yet, has gone on loan to Lazio until the end of the season. And I think he's already played some games and scored some goals. No, he hasn't. He's just gone on loan there to the end of the season. They are paying all of his money, so we don't need to worry too much about that. And also Cedric Itten, another striker to leave the club, signing for Trabzonspor until the end of the season. I kind of thought he was older than 27. He's only 27, so he might come back in the summer and actually kind of try and break into the first team a little bit. Let's talk about players that have joined the club. Starting with a Stuart Pearce signing, Mohamed Hamid is a Dr. Congan, then it's Democratic Republic of Congo. He has been signed from TP Mazembe, who are arguably one of the best teams in Africa, £475,000, immediately gone out on loan to Mouscron in Belgium. It's going to take him about 3 years to become Belgian, so we'll never see him, don't worry about it. Now this is the Leonidas Sturgiu replacement. It is Oscar Tello, 22 years of age, from Argentina, has one cap to his name as well, and as I mentioned, he is non-European, so we can't play him. He has cost us a reasonable sum, £4.9 million. I think he's actually very, very good, and if you're that way inclined when it comes to personalities, he is a perfectionist. We've gone and got ourselves a perfectionist, which is perfect, because that's how it works, but yeah, he's not going to play for us. He's probably going to try and get loaned out somewhere. Another young defender that we have signed is Flavio Silva, the Portuguese 18-year-old, signed from Porto for about £2.6 million, which I think is a decent bit of money. He's not going to be playing anytime soon. 2-star current ability, 4-star potential for Flavio Silva. I think he's going to be good by the time he's about 24. Next up, joining the club is 24-year-old French goalkeeper Alban Lafont on loan from Fiorentina. Now this might seem like a very weird signing to bring in. Livakovic is injured for about 2 months, so we kind of needed somebody. Simone Scuffet might be staying about, he might be leaving the club, I'm not quite sure, so I've jumped to the opportunity to get Lafont. He's a decent goalkeeper. I'm not sure whether he's better than Livakovic, but he'll do a job whilst we need him. Now, the next 3 signings, I'm pretty happy with. I think we've done some good business. Might be a little bit too expensive for some of the options. The first player through the door then is Moise Kean. £3.5 million for Moise Kean. He was out of contract at the end of the season with Everton. I basically offered him a contract, he accepted, and then I went, how much money could I take him for now? And they said 3.5. So I thought, you know what, he's Italian, he's still only 23, he will be 24 soon, but he's still only young. 2.5-star current ability, 3-star potential. I think that potential's not quite right. But yeah, Moise Kean is in, and he's played once for us off the bench, and he was rubbish. He was garbage. Next up, though, somebody who might be a little bit better. This is the Sturgiu replacement. Stefan de Vrij, signed from Inter Milan. Again, much like Moise Kean, he was out of contract at the end of the season, and I looked at him and went, yes, he's 31, but we're in Italy. He can still play for 10 more years and will be perfectly fine. Again, I think he's cost about £3 million. £3 million on the nose. And yeah, I mean, 3.5 star current ability, 31-year-old central defender, world-class central defender in my opinion. So yeah, I think De Vrij is going to be a very good signing. He's already played one game for us so far this season. I think he wasn't great. I think it was in the Italian Cup as well. And the big one, the very, very big one, is Toni Kroos. 34 years of age now. He's just turned 34 as well at the start of January. He was out of contract again with Real Madrid at the end of the season. And I went, you know what? You will be the Luka Modric that we've been missing. You will be the player that can fill that gap. He is a deep-lying playmaker on support in the middle of the pitch. We played Modric on that role. The only thing he's really lacking is the tackling ability. I don't think he needed to do that. I don't think Modric had the tackling ability either. So Toni Kroos, 34 years of age, he is literally described as a world-class midfielder. 2-footed. Look, I mean, you can see all the things there. Physically, he's not great, but I don't want him moving. I want him standing perfectly still in front of the back two. And all he does is he just plays balls to the central midfielders. He plays balls off to the wings. He lumps them up, long balls towards the striker. And we're laughing. And he's only cost us £3.5 million, which I think is a bargain. And we've got him for a year and a half as well. I think he might even have after 30 games in his final season, he'll get another extension. But he will be 37 by that point. So maybe he's not going to get that one. But yeah, I think Toni Kroos is going to be a very good signing for us. So that is our transfer window so far. I say so far because, as I mentioned earlier, we're only on the 20th of January. There is still another 10 or so days to go of the transfer window. We are going to be only playing one match in this episode. It is going to be the Super Cup final against Fiorentina at a neutral venue. But first, we've got to see what we did in between episodes as well. We're back. We are definitely back. Admittedly, we are playing some of the worst sides, but we are back. We've beaten Perugia 3-0, Bellingham, Iribarren and Gullikson with the goals here. We've then beaten Lecce 3-0, Kolev with 2, Iribarren once again on the score sheet. And then in the Italian Cup, we pretended like we didn't care. Admittedly, when you look at the squad on the right-hand side, Hut Wagner played because that was just after Livakovic got himself injured, so we didn't really have too much choice. We kind of played a rotated side to a certain extent. We didn't, did we? We played a full-strength side and we lost. Yeah, we lost. At least Bellingham scored. So our final then, against Fiorentina, will be played in the King Saud University Stadium in Saudi Arabia. This is literally like 3 or 4 days after we played Bologna, isn't it? It's literally 3 days. So we finished playing Bologna probably about 9 o'clock at night on the Wednesday, and then by Thursday, we were on the plane. We were on the plane to Saudi Arabia. Both of us, obviously, no one's at home, so there's no real home advantage in this. Let's go forward then. Let's try and win ourselves another trophy, because we've already got the league one. The good news for us is Fiorentina are on poor form. We are on strong form, even though we have just lost our last match, but they're on poor form. Sampdoria fixture... What? Why is that? Why is it telling us all of this? I've never seen that before. Has that changed? I mean, 126 days? When? What? I don't know. What am I talking about? We're playing in a cup final, the Super Cup final. Does anyone ever care about these competitions? This is the Charity Shield of Italy, isn't it? I want to win it. The starting lineup then for the Fiorentina game. In goal will be Fiorentina's goalkeeper, Alban Lafont, playing against his number one goalkeeper, Jasper Cillessen. Tripadelli, Vallejo, De Vrij and Foyth will be our back four with Kroos, Guillon and Bazua in the middle of the pitch. Chong, Kolev and Rosenda will be our strikers. Iribarren is currently out injured, which is kind of annoying because I think he is our joint top scorer. Possibly he's actually just our top scorer. But yeah, this is Toni Kroos' debut. This is Lafont's debut. This is De Vrij's only his second game for us. And I think his first one he came off the bench. I can't quite remember. But yeah, this is kind of the first real test for our new players. I'm not going to lie. Doesn't really look like Saudi Arabia, does it? It looks quite cold there. I'm not sure how you'd make it not look cold, to be fair. But it doesn't necessarily look like Saudi Arabia. Boga's corner comes in. Marco Rog was their header inches wide of the post. An early chance for Fiorentina. Possibly another one as well. Boga goes for a long-range effort. Lafont with a superb save on his debut. 3 minutes and 25 seconds whilst wearing a Sampdoria shirt, and he does that against his parent club. Boga goes over to take the corner. Cotrona's there, header clear from Tripadelli. Marco Rog, though, has the ball. Lots of space for Jordan Veretout, the former Aston Villa man, I think. Savic, he's got Boga again. Jerome, is it Jerome or Jeremy? He's one of the two. Bazua lumps it upfield to find Georgi Kolev, the Bulgarian wonder kid who's come back from his holiday that I sent him on a couple of episodes ago. Kolev tries to get round Asunseo, can't manage it. Kicks the ball off for a throw. We've got a corner with Toni Kroos. Hopefully, the Germans' delivery is spot on. It is extremely close. We've almost got the ball in. Juan Foyth has managed to somehow get the ball in. We are 1-0 up against Fiorentina. They may as well start carving our name on that trophy. This is ours. Probably shouldn't be so arrogant, because they've had most of the chances, we've had one and scored it. There is also Serie A football taking place at the moment, but we can't see what's going on, can we? We can't go, I want to see what's happening in Italy. We just have to deal with this. Half an hour played, and Fiorentina have the ball deep in our half. Catrone back to Hackno. Now Marco Rog. Acres of space for Rog. Goes for a very easy placed shot. That was awful defending by you. Tahith Chong, who probably shouldn't have even been back there defending. Well, it's 1-1. There's plenty of football still to play. Cruz is flickering between a 6.9 and a 7.0, so he's having a good debut. Corner comes in. Foyth is there. Another chance for the right back, but it goes over the bar this time. Foyth and Cruz are doing well. I think having somebody with someone like a Toni Kroos or a Luka Modric in that deep-lying playmaker position seems to work really well. We haven't had a lot of possession, which is a bit of a worry. I'm going to give you an assertive. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. And then I'm going to then do this. Can I do Control A? There we go. Passionately. There's a lot more to come. There we go. Everybody looks fired up straight into the second half. Bazou and Chong on 6.5, so is De Vrij, which is a bit of a concern. Second half has been chocked filled with highlights. It hasn't. It definitely hasn't. Right, Chong will be coming off. We're going to do Marius Wolf on the right. We're going to do Bazou off for Magdi. Yes. It's effectively a friendly, isn't it? I don't know how many subs we get. We might do another sub later on. If we get multiple subs, then we might try it. Would be nice to have something happen in the second half. It's still 1-1, obviously, because nothing's taken place. Foyth and Cruz are our only players who seem to be doing anything good. We've got 10 minutes left to play of the full time. The full 90. I'm assuming it's going to go extra time. We've got a corner. Toni Kroos, 2 minutes to play. It's towards Foyth. Once again, it goes to Foyth. It's saved this time. Is it saved? Is it a corner? Is it a goal kick? Is it a penalty? What's going on? If this is a penalty, this is Toni Kroos. He is our best penalty taker by a country mile. It's like 18 he's got. So if this is a pen, this should be a goal. And it should be a man of the match award for Toni Kroos. It is a penalty. We have ourselves a penalty. David Hanko, possibly. Is Marius Wolf taking that? It's Kroos. Okay. It is Hanko, isn't it? Hanko gets himself a warning. Toni Kroos then, up against Jasper Cillessen, the Dutch goalkeeper. Germany versus Holland. I'm sure this is like a World Cup or European final in recent history. Could be current history in the game. Take your time, Tony. It's fine. We've got all day. Don't worry about it. Toni Kroos steps up, down the middle. It's 2-1 against Fiorentina. Toni Kroos already starting to repay back his £130,000 a week wage budget. I think it's 130k. It might even be more than that. We're 2-1 up. Let's do ourselves a time-wasting substitution. Going to be Resenda off. Moise Keane is going to come on. See if Moise can get himself anything happening in the last couple of minutes. It doesn't look like it. We are over. The full-time whistle goes. It's a 2-1 victory against Fiorentina. I'm happy with it. I mean, we didn't get to see us celebrate winning the league for some reason, but at least we get to see ourselves celebrate winning the Italian Super Cup. And it's Toni Kroos, of all players, with a penalty in the 90th minute. He gets himself that man of the match award. I'm happy. We've won ourselves our second ever trophy with Sampdoria in 5 seasons, and it's probably our last one. Passionately, congratulations, boys. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. So, Sampdoria lift the Super Cup. We know all of this. Anything exciting? Anything at all? No? Toni Kroos scoring on his debut. We did pick up £1.72 million. Anyone who came off the bench gets a medal. Oh, I feel like that's harsh. They had to come onto the pitch. So some of these players flew from Italy to Saudi Arabia and didn't even get a winner's medal. They got nothing. Also, league action did take place. We are currently in 6th place, which, because of our couple of victories that we had, I didn't show you this before, but yeah, because of the couple of victories we've had, we've kind of climbed up a little bit. Juve are now below us. AC Milan beating Cittadella 6-1 is not ideal. We are still in this Champions League fight, I guess. We're 10 points behind Inter Milan. If we win our game in hand, which is going to be Lazio, Fiorentina or Salernitana, then it's not going to be Fiorentina, will it? It'll be Lazio or Salernitana. We might be doing all right. We might... Are we going to win? We're not going to win the league. Let's be honest. We're not going to win the league, but we might get European football next season. If it's not Champions League, it will certainly be the Europa League. So that's going to do it then for what is probably a rather short episode. It's a 2-1 victory against Fiorentina. The Super Cup is ours. We are now going to go forward for a few more days in game off camera. I'm going to play Lazio and Torino, get rid of the transfer window, get that out of the way. We will return for Inter Milan. Why am I picking that? We might do Inter Milan and Salernitana, and then we'll do a PSG. Or is it just Salernitana and PSG? There we go. I don't think we're going to beat Inter. We might do alright against Lazio and Torino. We'll come back for the Salernitana game on the 10th of February. And then the first Champions League knockout round against PSG, which we're going to get hammered. Going to get absolutely hammered against them, aren't we? Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Sampdoria. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you are new here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I will be back next time with more Football Manager. Hopefully some decent transfers as well. Do tell me what you think of my January signings. Personally, I'm very happy with, in particular, De Vrij and Toni Kroos. I think they are game changers. They could turn our season around. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next episode.